Good afternoon. This is American Truck Simulator, and I'm your host, David Steele.
Ready to roll.
And today, I'm going to be showcasing the Volvo D13TC, or Turbo Compact. This engine, which was introduced just a couple of years ago, is described by Volvo as its technologically most advanced engine. Volvo claims that this engine gives you 50 more horsepower than a standard D13, more low-down torque, and when combined with a super tall I-shift transmission, something like 8% lower fuel consumption. So let's test it out, because this engine is part of the Steel Productions engine pack. Okay, let's just back up this trailer here. This is a 42,000 pound trailer. I saw a video on YouTube where someone had driven around all day in their Volvo 860, I think it was, with this engine and got 8 miles per gallon. So that's my benchmark figure for today's trailer. Now, 8 miles per gallon was what was showing on his trip computer, so that may or may not be accurate, but if I can get somewhere close to 8, so 7.5 or higher, then I'm going to be happy enough with this engine. This I-shift transmission has a final drive of 2.64 and it's an overdriven transmission. It means it's going to be turning over at about 925, 950 RPM at 55 miles an hour. Peak torque is produced from 900 revs, so this transmission should allow the truck to cruise at the California speed limit and get fantastic miles per gallon, subject to hills, gradient, cargo, traffic and everything else. But it also gives it really strong acceleration, and that's just what you need. And who doesn't want to accelerate quickly? Okay, well, I'm going to skip forward into accelerated time. Might even edit some of this out in the final cut. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. So, straight up, I commentated the whole trip. But when I went back and reviewed what I'd said, I didn't need to talk the whole 30 minutes. I can just explain a few things about this engine. Number one is, yes, there is a lot of low-down grunt. It'll run from 900 revs, it'll shift up to put itself at 900 revs, and with one exception of an upshift, I think it might be 4th to 5th, it has very solid performance. 4th to 5th on a slight gradient, yeah, you could feel it maybe wanted another 10-15 revs, but performance is pretty solid. 455 horsepower, 1860 foot-pounds of torque, sky-high gearing, but it doesn't seem to care. So that's a good thing. In any other respect, it's the Volvo, so it drives okay. It's not really a handling machine, but none of these trucks are. And the timing of this particular drive, it suited great. I had something like 6 hours left in my working day. The trip was going to take 6 hours. So from that point of view, no problem. Didn't have that much diesel left in the tank, but I had plenty to get to where I was going, so I didn't need to stop either. So yeah, not so much to say about this engine other than it does great, does really well. well, that was a pretty uneventful trip. I got weighed at least, that's good. So about 76,000 pounds gross vehicle weight. Like I've been saying the whole trip, right? This thing's just performed great. I like busted. Oh, okay. So I ran late. Guess I didn't make up the time as I hoped I would. However, performance-wise, works fine. Shifting-wise, steering, everything is just completely and utterly acceptable. Didn't need to stop for fuel. That's good. Obviously got delayed. So anyway, let's continue driving. We're almost at the destination, and then we'll do the all-important what was my fuel consumption.
Here we are, safe and sound.
I meant to click the quick delivery. Oh well, I'll just get close enough, and then we'll just click see what it said. That'll do for me. Okay, so we have got 367 miles and 48.2 gallons. That's 7.5. Okay, that's close enough. I'm not going to argue about that. I'm quite happy with that mileage figure. It's close to 8. Well, this engine is available for the Volvo VNL, together with the extra tall I-Shift transmission. You can get this from the Steel Productions engine pack. I'll put a link in the description down below. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. You know what to do if you have. If you haven't, you should also know what to do. So thanks so much for the support. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.